It's poisonous. I'm not sure if poisoned animals are allowed in Brawl.
Yeah,
Was it back here guarding?
Was illegal.
What was it back here guarding?
As far as you can tell, it's just more crates. At the death of this creature, the half-orc kind of lets out a strangled cry of, you know, his pet's dead. But he's not moving. At that moment, you see Zarek Torlin appear in the doorway and practically shout out, "What's going on here? This is my warehouse!"
Well, that sounds like a dangerous creature, apparently.
Lafdul's gonna go down the corridor ahead while commotion's going on to further search.
I'm gonna have a look at the boxes that it was guarding.
All right.
I'm gonna lean in towards
I'm not
Leva.
gonna open them, but I'm gonna have a look at them.
I'm gonna lean in towards Leva and be like, quickly go get the rest of whatever that is that you got before. And then I will continue to look at these boxes while the guards yell at each other.
You mean the piece of paper?
Yeah.
Yeah, the rest of the paper, if you can find it.
I'd have to retrace the steps. I asked my familiar where they can retrace the steps it takes.
You would know enough that it was in the office on this first floor.
Yes, but
I think in all the chaos, you could just slip in there and grab the paper.
Well,
could I?
You could. You can try the door. You haven't tried the door. Lafdul's going further into this part. Braxon, you're basically at the doorway, so you can interact with Zarek.
Distract him.
Zarek. Is that
yeah, Zarek Torlin. And
I go upstairs. I'm small. I'm very small.
Well, you're gonna go upstairs?
Well, the door where I took the paper from.
Yeah, it's down on the first floor. So you're gonna go
right
in there.
Okay, Braxon's going to turn around to Zarek Torlin then.
Well, let me.
Hello, Mr. Torlin.
Let me figure out what everyone is doing first.
Sorry.
That's okay. Levi, you're gonna go into that office, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Ockar and Yeldin, what are you gonna do?
I'm gonna high-five the guard that just helped me kill the thing, and then I'm going to investigate the thing to his guarding.
Okay. And Yeldin? Okay, I guess he's just going to be standing around. And Higgimus.
He did say he was. He didn't. He said before. Said he was going to come down with us and search.
Well, he said that he was going to get into that combat.
I think Yeldin's BRB right now.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
so that's fine.
Reasonably certain he did say that.
Higgimus, what are you going to do?
I'm going to continue to check around those boxes to see what that creature was guarding.
Okay, so you're going further in.
I'm doing the.
What was that, Yeldin?
I'm doing this. I was doing the same thing, but I'm not opening boxes.
Okay.
I wouldn't do that.
All right. So Duroth turns to and heads towards Zarek and says, "We got a report that there was a monster in here. We had to come look." Anyone gonna chime in?
I mean, Braxon.
Braxon.
That's right. Braxon is the one close by who could chime in if he wanted.
Okay, so I can't.
Hi, Mrs.
I'm sorry?
I can't just yell out something?
Not really. I mean, if you're going to be searching everything else, you would draw attention to yourself, and...
Okay.
You might not want this guy to know that you're searching around.
Okay. So I'll just stay quiet and search around, doing my investigation.
Alright, Braxon?
Okay, so Braxon's going to sort of position himself in the way of other people without making it too obvious he's in the way. And he's going to say, "I'm sorry to be meeting you under these circumstances, Mr. Torlin. There's been rumors of a dangerous monster in your warehouse, and I'm afraid your doorman wouldn't let us investigate them, and the watch got involved. And it turns out you do indeed have some sort of dangerous creature here. Is this something you know about, sir?
Of course I know about it. It was my guard.
Right, well then why didn't your man tell us?
Wait.
All he had to do is tell us there's a creature here that's a guard, and that would have been the end of it. But instead, he obstructed us, and he obstructed the watch, and then your creature ended up attacking the watchman.
He was under no obligation to tell you anything.
Maybe not, but he was under an obligation to tell the watch. And now, unfortunately, your creature's dead. Which is unfortunate, because it's not the creature's fault, is it?
Zarek turns to Duroth and says, I want these men arrested right now. They killed a creature that I purchased to guard this place. They have interfered with my activities for days now. I want them arrested right now. Duroth seems a little bit perplexed by this whole situation. He's definitely getting the impression that there is more going on than he has been informed or realized. But we'll get to that in a moment. Leva, you go into the office, and you're as quiet as you can be opening the door. Luckily, it doesn't squeak out. You know, the hinges don't squeak or anything like that. There aren't a whole lot of papers around, but go ahead and give me a wisdom check.
Wisdom.
Yes.
How wise is our wizard?
Find the right paper. Or the relevant thing.
That's just a D20, isn't
Yeah.
it? And my wisdom is...
Oh God!
I'm not very wise today.
All right, you begin looking around this room, and you're not really finding anything. You're not seeing anything that looks like the other half of the paper, and you don't see anything that immediately jumps out at you as being relevant to your investigation. You start flipping through some of the papers, but they seem quite boring and ordinary invoices and bills of lading, that sort of thing. Nothing suspicious like the piece of the scrap you found before, and you're not seeing the rest of that right now.
Is there a lot of paper?
There's a lot of paper.
Could
Most
she
of it's
again if she spends more time searching?
most of it's not the one paper that Tayan found was laying out. These are not laying out. These are like in ledgers or in box containers, and you start opening them. You're not seeing the other piece of the scrap, and it's going to take you a little while to look around here, especially with that wisdom score, with that wisdom roll.
What?
There's nothing on the floor that I could see.
I'm sorry?
Probably know it's on the middle of the floor and you just missed it entirely.
There's nothing on the floor that I could see.
Not right now.
Okay. Maybe I should get Lafdul.
Well,
Lafdul can't read them now.
and Lafdul, you've got the stairs basically to your right. If you want to try to head up there.
Yeah, he does.
Okay, go ahead.
If the others are searching here.
Yeah.
I motion to them that I'm gonna attempt to go upstairs. How many guards are looking at me?
None really right now. They're basically all distracted by Zarek.
Lafdul, aren't you curious at all what's in that room I just entered?
He's further down the hallway to hear you.
Yeah, you'd have to like stick your head out and call to him, but
And that would blow your position.
I'm next to Ockar, Higgimus. I think there's one more Yeldin.
and you're by the stairs.
I motion to them that I'm going to go upstairs. If they want to tell me not to, that would be the time.
I can whisper to you, I guess, maybe?
Yeah, you could whisper.
Like, hey, why don't you help Leva with trying to find that paper? It looked like it was important.
Okay. What's everyone else think? Everyone disagree or agree?
I'm just saying your actions is investigating, so I have no problem.
Yeah. Alright, yeah. I go back to level then.
Okay.
I guess he has to roll his own wisdom check to search.
Yep. But there's a
Oh,
penalty
wisdom.
since
Ah.
you didn't know directly about Tane,
Yeah.
getting the paper specifically and stuff like that.
Come on, roll a 1. Yeah, it's good enough.
What's
I got
your-
wisdom of 17.
Okay, yeah, that's good enough. You, as you're heading towards the foreman's office, you notice a scrap of paper on the floor.
Oh, I pick it up and pass it over since I can't read it.
Yeah,
Is
maybe
this the other
you
part
want
that was torn off?
Maybe you want to do some of the studying thing, huh? Could be helpful.
Maybe you want to go to a class and learn how to speak, how to read common.
I don't bother myself with inferior languages.
I tell you what, most of the things in the future are written in.
All right, you pass the slip of paper to Leva, and Leva, you do realize that this is the other half of the sheet that you found, and again, you don't know much about shipping and stuff like that, but you remember, from the previous conversations in the investigation that Zarek Torlin's ship was supposedly carrying parts for
Bombards, I think.
bombards and wheellock pistols and arquebuses, that sort of thing. So metal barrels, flints, stocks, things like that. A lot of replacement parts, things that could be used for building new weapons. Mounts for the weapons, things of that nature, but no completed weapons. And this sheet clearly states that it is the cargo manifest for that ship, and it's not mentioning any of that stuff.
What is it mentioning?
It's basically just mentioning some cloth, some food, some wood, but the numbers indicate to you that the ship was probably not full. Like, it just had, there was plenty of empty space on it at a very, at a
So
basic
it
guess.
was set up to be destroyed.
Or it was an insurance fraud that he. My next question would have been: did he replace high-value stuff with low-value stuff?
Well, you don't know. I mean, that's the information that you're getting from that.
Time.
Those are the conclusions that you can come to. To discuss this with anyone else would require you to actually like lay it out, talk it out, and you would be obvious and loud. There might still be other information around here if you want to look for it. Braxon and Duroth and the guards are still engaged with Zarek Torlin. They're basically all shouting right now.
How much
you guys
information
should
is
keep
this to
it
write down?
I turned to Lafdul and I said, "You know what? I've got a terrible migraine. I can't see the hand in front of my eyes. Could you have a look around, please?"
I will potentially look around. Oh, I just did, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. So
Well, you
search it.
You spotted that scrap of paper outside of the room. Leva has been looking through the stuff in this office. No one's been upstairs yet.
Is there like any writing instruments, like spare blank pieces of paper? So you might want to make a copy of that.
Hey, Ald.
Yep.
If I can't find, if I'm not seeing anything down here where all these crates are, then yeah, I will make my way upstairs.
Okay.
Same with Ockar.
The crates are there's a number of barrels of smoke powder, for one thing. You would guess at least 16. There are some chests essentially that you can't really open, but they're labeled shot. And
Universal language.
Yeah.
And then there are also some crates that are labeled something that most people here wouldn't recognize, but Higgimus, you recognize they're parts for wheellock pistols.
Okay.
Wait,
It's got designations of like, you know, the terminology that I don't personally know very well, but you recognize immediately as parts for wheellock pistols.
Gotcha.
If he mentioned this, Ockar is going to wonder, do you think maybe these are the things that they said were supposedly on the ship that got destroyed?
Maybe, but right now no one's mentioning anything to anyone else.
Okay.
You don't know anything.
You're all trying to be very quiet.
Okay, then.
Ockar,
You
you're noticing some crates of crossbows. As well as
Well, that's
replacement
fairly
parts
curious.
for crossbows. That's what they're labeled with.
Well, that's all I can investigate. Eventually, I'm going to try to make my way upstairs to see what's up there.
Okay. Keep in mind that the stairs are wooden. They might squeak when you go up.
I wouldn't
Could we
notice.
make some noise downstairs while people are going upstairs?
Well, there is a lot of noise going on, but I'm just saying that the stairs might squeak when people go up, and that might draw attention, even though they're making a lot of noise.
Higgimus isn't wise
exactly
enough to
care.
realize that.
Braxton's in the doorway having a loud discussion,
Yeah.
but that's might not cover the stairs if Auld says it might squeak.
My wisdom is 15. Would I care enough about that?
I don't know. Who's going to go up the stairs first? Put it that way. If someone's
I already
going
said I was going.
Okay, you're going
But
to...
somebody stops me.
Let's go with the first person who said it then.
Let's send the heaviest member of the party up the stairs.
Okay. All right, go ahead and roll me 1d20.
Low roll's good. Low roll's good.
What's it for? Agility or something?
Say versus Woodworm.
Well, that's beneath my dexterity, so...
It is, but I was basically
Penalty?
looking for a 1 or a 2. The stairs squeak rather loudly as you go up. And Zarek Torlin whips his head towards the stairs and say... And just shouts out, "Get these people out of here! They are not allowed to search around willy-nilly. This is my warehouse. You've killed my guard. I see them going up. I hear them going up the stairs." That draws the attention of the guards, who were quite distracted now and didn't quite realize. They also didn't care that much that you were investigating on your own. But now that it's been brought to their attention by the guy who owns this place, they're kind of going to have to get involved now.
Hey, are we allowed to investigate like you're allowed to investigate since we're on the same side?
You could roleplay that.
I
There might be a monster upstairs.
There's this one monster down here. Who knows if there's anything else upstairs? We may as well just check to make completely sure.
"You killed
As
my
they
only
bluff.
guard!" he shouts out.
We don't know that. We have to make sure completely. I say as I try to bluff the hell out of this.
I was going to take a quick peek and make sure there's not anything up there. I'm going to hurry up the stairs.
Paladin is bluffing the shit out of this using his charisma. Try to get. Do I have to roll anything, or are you rolling
go ahead.
that?
Go ahead and roll 1d20.
Convincing.
Trying to get below my charisma, which is a 17, but let's see if I do well.
Could roll a 20. You'll get kicked out.
Oh my god!
You're losing this argument, so you might have to go a bit further.
Well, we don't know what else is in here. We have to make completely sure that there's nothing else that could cause any troubles. Any other monsters, anything. And you're not exactly the most trustworthy person, Mr. Torlin.
"You killed my guard!" Duroth is...
We thought it was a monster!
Very,
And clearly it attacked us. It is a monster in a way.
Duroth has a look of consternation on his face, and he's rubbing his chin furiously, and he's like... He says, "Well, we did kill the one creature, and we've clearly seen that there's nothing else here.
While they're talking, I'm still up the stairs.
Okay. You make it up to the top of the stairs. You can see that the upper level is mostly open. There are more crates and barrels up here. You recognize that some of them appear to have, there's a couple more barrels of smoke powder, a few more crates of crossbow and wheellock pistol parts. There is another old catapult in one corner, and there's also a closed office.
Go to the office real quick.
Zarek Torlin, his face is flushed very red. He is fuming, steaming, and he's shouting at the guards, "Stop them! This is my place. This is my property. The Crown may own the building, but they do not own the things inside of it. These are mine. They are not allowed to investigate here."
Is he not threatening the guard's job now or something along that line?
It's a little bit difficult.
I'll have your
to
job for
do.
this.
I swear upon my honor as a paladin of Tyr, if what we are doing is completely wrong, then I will take responsibility for my men.
Paladin thing to do, I suppose.
Does Levan know enough about what she read to confront Zerk, what's his name, with it?
Maybe. You could try.
Is there one of our group who knows more about the shipping things?
Braxon.
Maybe Braxon.
You may want to give it to Braxon to look at.
You'd kind of have to pull him aside and tell him what you found and have him look at it.
Plan of attack.
Yeah.
While this is all going
can't
on.
really do that. You
That's
can't
why
really
I
do
wanted
that
to make a
at the
copy
moment.
of it.
For now, maybe you might want to put it in your,
instruments in the room.
maybe while you're not inside of these guys, you might want to put it away in your backpack and bring it to Braxton later.
Yeah, but if we're found on with it,
If somebody tries to search the backpack, the familiar bites them.
At which point the familiar gets killed for being a vicious animal.
yeah.
I'm carrying. Then not only did we see a monster in the warehouse, I'm carrying one around in my backpack.
Look, I can't think of much. Or give it to Lafdul and have him hide it on his person.
I don't know where Lafdul is at the moment.
I'm
He's
with
next to
you.
He's still with you.
He's right next to you.
I thought you left.
Nope.
No, I'm with you still. I was trying to look around for any writing material, see if I could copy this, how long it would take.
It would not have
Or
been quick.
I would give it to her, actually.
It would not have been
copy.
quick to copy it.
No.
So you may want to hide on your person, since
I give
I
the
can hide it.
rest of the paper to Lafdul and I say, "You're better at hiding things than I am."
Lafdul goes to one side of the room. You're not telling anyone about this. He gets out a short sheath and uncocks a secret compartment and puts it in there.
Well, I've kept quiet up till now, so I can keep quiet for the future.
How big was that compartment?
It can hold 4 gems. It's holding 2.
So if you roll, I think if you fold up a piece of paper enough,
Yeah, that's what I assumed. It's just
you can
a piece
fit
of paper.
any size in there.
Okay, yeah. All right, I'll let you do that.
So
You
it's
can fold it up
completely
really,
fine.
really tiny.
I'm gonna say that you'll need to take the gems out though. Because
Really?
yeah, but I mean, it's a small compartment. Gems themselves generally aren't that big in the first place. So you're basically folding this up, and paper gets thick and difficult to fold. When you fold it up a lot. So it's going to take up that whole space.
You can give me the gems and I'll give them back to you.
Just put the gems in his pouch. I mean, you can. swap
Yeah,
them
the
back
thing
out.
is, when I get fined and they know I'm rich,
Give me a second, my headphones unplugged.
if I get fined, actually, I don't know if I still am or not. So, could he out of character roll a wisdom check to know if you get fined?
No.
Ah. Yeah, he's gonna have to. He's gonna put the gems in his pouch.
Okay. All right, Higgimus, you're. I assume you're still upstairs. What are you gonna do while this is all?
I said they're still arguing. I'm going to go try to get in that office.
Okay, the door is not locked. Opening it and looking around in there, you can see that there is a large desk. It's covered with papers. You can't look at them, closely enough to actually see what they are, other than the fact that they appear to be business-type materials. There are drawers in the desk. They may be locked. You see some keyholes, but you don't know if they're locked. You'd have to actually go try them. There is a large iron safe next to the desk, and there's a bed in one corner. And there's a small table with some plates and mostly eaten food, a few scraps, that sort of thing.
This may be the office that the half-orc lives in.
Could be. I'll try the drawers of the desk and see if they're locked. See if there's anything in them useful. I'm just going to look to see if there's anything I can find in here that might be useful for our investigation stuff.
Incriminating or such.
Or incriminating stuff.
Okay.
Something written in really big letters saying I did everything.
I planned
Funny
everything.
that was that cliche.
You definitely cannot open the safe. That is locked. It has a combination lock. The drawers slide smooth. You can look in them, but they're filled with more papers. On one side, they're filled with papers, ledgers, that sort of thing. On the other, there are some personal effects, undergarments, clothes, some utensils, that sort of thing. Some dried meat and dried fruit and nuts, that sort of thing. And nothing on the desk itself catches your eye. They all appear to be normal, business documents. Again, more invoices, bills of lading, bills of sale, that sort of thing. You don't know enough about the sort of, the merchant business to identify anything as suspicious, though.
Okay, nothing in there?
Nothing
That I could tell?
Yeah, nothing on the desk or in the desk that you can tell is relevant.
Okay. And there's nothing else there, right?
Other than the safe,
That I can look at? Okay, and I can't open the safe because I don't know the combination, which is fine.
Did you pick up the safe? Just out of curiosity, I'm not saying it, I just want to know if he could do
He
it.
probably could.
Oh my god.
So
We're
I
not stealing the safe. That's something Ockar will not agree to.
is there a window in here?
Yes.
Oh my god, are you
Is
gonna
it big
toss
enough for the
thing
safe
out
to be tossed up?
Oh my god!
Oh no!
That's gonna make a hell of a rocket.
I'm just curious.
Yes. It would
We're going
be
to the underside.
extremely loud.
Lots of
I don't do that. That's silly.
It's so much fun.
We go to the other side and have to make an entirely new party.
It's a shame I don't have light and load, and I'd pick it up
And that's how the
afterwards.
answer comes back.
So in Higgimus's mind, he looks at the safe, he looks over at the window, and then shakes his head, and then heads out the door.
God.
One last real quick look, just to see if anything else catches my eye, and then I'll head out the door.
You could try opening the window.
That. I'm stunned that you even thought of that.
You could try opening the window and see if the safe sort of fits through.
Well, if I throw it out there, it's gonna make a lot of noise. Plus, I'm not gonna steal from this guy.
Oh my god. I just
No, I know what Level was suggesting, but it's whether or not Higgimus would have come to that conclusion.
Yeah,
Damn it
if
all.
Asher didn't think of it without prompting, then Higgimus
Yeah.
wouldn't have thought of it.
Oh, I just saw your newest video come up. The glory of ham.
Ham.
What?
God damn it.
Yeah, new Stellaris series. That's neither here nor
Yeah.
there.
So no.
All right.
No, I don't think of anything there. So yeah, I'll leave, and I guess I'll say all clear up here, and then head down.
All right, you get down to Zarek Torlin, literally shouting at Duroth, spittle flying, saying that he wants all of you arrested, prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law, sent to the underside, jettisoned, hung, everything. He wants everything to happen to you.
I'll look over him. I'll come up, look over him, tower over him, and I'll say, "Shut up, you little man, and get out of our way. We found what we're looking for. We killed the monster. That's all we're here for. Count your blessings." And then I'll shove him off to the side, and I'll walk out the building.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
I just-
Oh my god. Oh lord.
He's done it now. We just have to. Rope there.
I'm gonna just leave. I'm just gonna wait until the guard and follow the guards out and not.
Because can Braxon have a chance of stopping Higgimus from shoving?
You put your arm in the
Yeah,
way.
okay.
Well,
so
Derek. He's not going to let him do that.
Higgimus,
Higgimus is gonna be Jason.
what would you do if Braxon tries to stop you from shoving this guy?
I'd probably let him stop me from shoving. I wasn't gonna shove the guy hard. I was gonna be like one of those.
No, Braxton's going to
It's gonna be one of those like just move my arm to get him to move out of the way,
Right,
and I
right.
would leave.
But
Okay,
when Giff do that, they don't always quite estimate properly how fragile human
You
bodies
crushed
are.
him against the wall.
If you kill this man, I cannot save you.
It wasn't gonna be like, okay, it's not a fast motion Higgimus was trying to do. It was a slow move
Imposing.
out of the way type of thing.
well,
Let
in
me
that
by
case-
type of thing.
in that
It wasn't.
case-
I wasn't doing a Donald Trump like shove
Okay.
him against the wall type of thing and run out the door.
Okay.
Braxton was stopping Zerlek Torlane from getting in, so you'd have had to have pushed past Braxton. Braxton's going to turn around and say, Higgimus, calm down. It's not Zerek Torlane's fault, it's the doorman's fault. The doorman could have told the watch that there was a dangerous creature back there. It would have all been done with. The doorman allowed that watchman to get attacked by the creature, and that's why the creature got killed. Yeah? So we'll go down to the watch, we'll discuss this, and your man, sir, I'm afraid, your man could have dealt with this. He could have explained what was going on, and that would have been the end of it. And your man's escalated this. So I'm really sorry, because that creature is innocent. That creature is a dumb creature. It didn't know that it was attacking a watchman. It's not the creature's fault. It's
I'll
a
growl
really
a little bit.
unfortunate situation.
I'll growl a little bit and then I'll say, he's right.
Come on, let's clear out. Let's talk to the watch. Let's clear this mess up.
Yeah, Duroth says, "Aye, let's go discuss this back at the watch command." Higgimus, were you gonna you can walk around Zarek Torlin. The guards are all doing that.
Okay, yeah, I'll walk around him.
Okay. And the rest of you are gonna file on out as well?
Yes.
Okay, as who's gonna be the last one out?
Me.
I guess Ockar might be, because I'm the furthest behind in the warehouse.
Well, we have to, Lafdul and I have to find a good moment to leave the room.
I'm sorry?
Lafdul and I have to find a good moment to leave the room.
No. We can just leave normally because the search has been concluded, so to speak.
Yeah.
We're not.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Big shouty argument at the doorway. It's probably
Yeah,
a good
so
time.
everyone's filing out.
All right, there is a pretty large crowd outside of the warehouse now. But as you're leaving, you hear Zarek Torlin shout out the word. What was that? What did I write down? Schragerclock, and you turn around and see him pointing a wand at your whole group.
Okay, now he's openly hostile. We're allowed to beat the shit out of him.
Suddenly, a pale yellow ray lances out and strikes at Higgimus.
Okay, this is a different turn.
Higgimus, I need you to roll your magic resistance.
Oh, God.
Just laugh if nothing happened.
It's a D100,
Lever
right?
might want to
Yeah.
take note of the word that was just shouted.
No, I don't make it.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me a saving throw versus wand, and I'm going to need. Let's see.
Okay, so he attacked Higgimus without any reason to attack
You don't know what
Higgimus,
this is
so
doing
it's-
yet. You don't know what this is doing yet.
He's
The thing
turning
is, the
Higgimus.
guards would even attack him as well. So if it was, so
He's turning Higgimus
I
into
pass.
a gnome.
Okay.
passed.
Wait, why did you roll a d15?
Oh,
Uh,
I meant D20. No wonder I passed.
What is your wand safe?
Well, technically that would be a 15 on a d20, so...
No, it wouldn't, because
No,
he
it
rolled
wouldn't.
literally a d20.
You
I'll
still
sit there
got
and look
five
at-
points. You'd have to roll a d5 as well.
I fail.
Damn it.
All right. Suddenly, Higgimus, you feel an overwhelming feeling of fear and dread wash over you, and you need to run as far
Isn't he
away
next to
from
a
this
paladin?
as possible.
I'm going
I
to point my sword at Torlin and say, "You just cast magic at my friend, sir. Explain yourself."
I'll yell. I'll scream aloud and go, like a terrified screech, and start yelling, "Help me! Help me!" And then I run away, screaming loud and saying, "Help me! Help me!" As I run,
I'm
my
gonna
arms up
try.
in the air, flailing about.
I'm gonna cast Fairy Fire on him, so if we lose him, we know where he is.
But it's one of those situations where I'm actively putting my weapon at him because he just cast magic at one of my friends and has
Yeah.
hostilities against us in a way.
All right. Well, if Lafdul is going to cast Fairy Fire on Higgimus,
Well, we
go
are
ahead
in
and
the
roll
right.
your magic resistance again.
No, I thought he was casting it on,
No, he's casting it on Higgimus.
Yeah, so that he doesn't lose. You can find Higgimus again.
Nope, fail.
Okay, you are now sheathed in a pale light of a color of Lafdul's choosing.
It's probably gonna terrify him.
So it's going to be a screaming Giff on fire.
No,
Running
not,
around
not on
He's got
fire.
legitimate
Not on fire.
reason to be scared.
He's just glowing with a pale light.
So a glowing, screaming Giff running around town causing havoc.
Yeah.
He's an animated GIF.
Oh.
But I am still looking very pissed off and annoyed that he just cast magic at my friend openly in front of the guard.
Zarek
If
Torlin.
I pass
now.
Zarek Torlin says through gritted teeth at you, Ockar, "I'm just defending my property," and then he
We were leaving
slams the door.
and heading back. I'm gonna step my boot in the way, and I'm gonna say we were leaving to peacefully talk this out, and you attacked us. You
Can
do
you
not
tell he
get
was
to just
attacked now?
back away like that, you bastard! And I'm gonna grab him by the throat and drag him out.
But this
Okay.
time-
Toss him to the ground, and I am very pissed off, and you don't mess with a pissed off paladin.
By this time, I cast some magic because I feel attacked too.
Braxon's going to try and stop Ockar.
Duroth
don't wanna kill him.
shouts out, "Stop it, all of you! I'll deal with them later. You back to the." He's looking at the rest of your party. Back to the watch. We will discuss this. I will deal with Torlin later. He's certainly not,
Hippos running
you know,
off.
not
I
pleased,
back away
but
as I'm
he also
looking
recognizes that what was done to Higgimus was not physically damaging.
It was also
Yeah.
not cool.
Yeah, it's okay. What Higgimus will do to him won't be physically damaging either.
Ockar is
Lafdul's gonna
going-
say to the guy that is, I've got a spell on him. We're not gonna lose him. He's really obvious. Is he running away?
He's fleeing as far away as possible. Not. I mean, he's
I
sticking
motion
to
one of the guards to
streets,
come with me.
and people are jumping out of his way in time, so he's not. He's causing havoc, but he's not causing harm.
Daroth,
Yeah.
I think we should hustle after Higgimus and grab hold of him.
I'll send two of my men with you after him. He
Yeah.
points to
Actually, yeah.
two of
Can I
the,
sense evil
guards.
intent before he gets out of sight of me, since I had stopped the door of my boot?
You can try to do it after he closes the door. You weren't close enough to get there to prevent the door from being closed. He did this
Okay.
when you were all about 15, 20 feet away, and then slammed the door kind of thing.
But yeah, I'm detecting evil intent because he's still in 60 feet.
Yeah, you're detecting evil intent.
He's evil intent. He's evil. I
Well,
openly
you just-
announce.
He's got
And-
evil intent now.
He's got evil intent
He's got
now.
re-
I
reason
detect
to.
obvious evil intent from that man.
Come on, let's go down the watch. We need to sort this out.
All right, 2 of the guards are chasing after Higgimus.
Some of the
Can
guards
I go
might
with the
be
2 guards?
No,
Ah.
Duroth will not let you. Duroth is making
Did they
sure that the rest
react
of
at
you...
all to me announcing that I detected evil intent from the man? Because that's the big thing coming from Paladin, I would imagine.
Not per se. You'll need to talk about that when you get to
Okay.
the guards.
Come on, Ockar, let's get down the watch.
Fine.
All right, so
Sorry if I was a bit loud.
I'm just double checking what the duration on this is.
I tried to make it obvious, so he doesn't end up somewhere he shouldn't be.
Yeah, it's not too loud. No, actually, James, don't worry if you got too loud. That was good. I mean,
You were role
yeah,
playing it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
fine.
I kind of really got into character there.
I was
sorry.
wondering if your people in your house were gonna come in or something.
No, they were all outside doing stuff, but I was one step away from literally stabbing the guy in the stomach with how pissed off Ockar was.
Wouldn't you? Yeah, just out of curiosity, though, wouldn't you like try to punch him in the stomach rather than outright kill him?
Well, he
True.
Like, disable
I
him.
had my sword in hand.
he
That's
closed the door
problem.
before
You'd hit him like across the leg or
he
something.
closed the door before he could really do much.
Yep.
Oh,
My plan was to either stop the door or beat him senseless with how angry I was, but he closed the door too fast.
All right.
So I just kind of slammed against the door, yelling,
The
and had to get dragged off by the guards or something.
the rest of you get to the watch about 6 minutes later. Higgimus and the other 2 guards come back. Higgimus, you don't really know what came over you, but after running just as fast away as possible, it just suddenly stopped after about 6 minutes.
Ugh,
Minutes.
what happened to me?
you're gonna be the talk of the town.
Kind of stand up and kind of look around.
Yeah, luckily the
Like,
guards
what?
didn't have much trouble keeping up with you because Giff are slow.
Yeah,
And you were glowing for a little while.
Well, yeah.
and I'll look. If the guards are right there, then I'll kind of look and like, what happened?
Oh, he used some sort of magic on you.
He what?
And I'm going to explain to the
this
guard
is
how.
this is before
Yeah.
he's caught up with the rest of you.
So before you catch up with us, I'm going to be explaining to the guard how I detected obvious evil intent from the man using my senses of the paladin. And this
Is that a known
means,
thing?
yeah, paladins are known to be able to sense evil intent from people.
Well, Duroth has kind of a bemused smile on his face. Well, you did cause him some problems. Unfortunately,
more than that.
just evil intent isn't enough for us to do anything.
He also cast magic on one of my friends openly. This is not an insult I'm going to willingly put up with.
Well, I think for now you're gonna have to because we were there. We did kill his guard pet, and as strange as it was, I don't think that it was much of a threat to anyone else here on Brawl.
Yeah. The thing that frustrates me is that watchman on the door not explaining what was going on to us, which fair enough, but not explaining to you guys. Yeah?
Well, he doesn't.
He
have
could
to,
he could
say.
have yes, but that thing then attacked your man, which made your man stab it.
That is true. That is quite true.
And the creature would be alive now.
Which is one of the reasons why I'm not going to bring charges against you or them.
Yeah.
I would recommend that you guys drop it. If you were looking for monsters down in the Low City, well, you killed one. Keep in mind, like right now, he has no idea that you've been hired to investigate the giant Scavver attacks. That you were investigating him, the Torlin house because of this. Nothing of the sort.
I'm going to tell him. That is only part of the reason why we were investigating. We were also investigating these Scavver attacks, and we were investigating him specifically as part of this, thinking that he was involved.
So now you're saying that he breeds giant Scavers?
We're not even sure if it's a giant Scavver at all. We think it's possibly an illusion or a ship disguised as a giant Scavver. That's why we were investigating him personally to see if he was involved in any way.
Well, we've
I'm
looked
too
at a
pissed
number.
off to let logic get involved in my head.
We've looked at a number of avenues. That's one of them. And what's happening with their ship that got attacked is certainly suspicious.
His ship was the most suspicious. We were personally investigating it as a job for another house, and it led into this situation where we also heard about the monster.
Well, we don't really get involved in ship attacks, ship sinkings, that sort of thing. We're here to protect Brawl, but if you have some proof that he's behind these attacks, that's certainly something that we could act upon. After all, he is here on Brawl, and we could arrest him for that, but if there's no proof, there's nothing that we can do.
I gave you this piece of paper, and there's something quite fishy.
You gave that to Lafdul, and you're not telling them about it yet.
No,
yeah. She just did.
Well, no, hold on. She did give she did give half the paper, the first half that she found.
Oh, right.
But he couldn't make heads or tails of it and didn't know what it was about, and at the time had no idea that it had anything to do with any monsters down there. So,
I'm not mentioning the second half of the paper at all.
Okay.
That's with Lafdul at the moment, and it stays with Lafdul until we have time to look at it as a group. But I'm telling the guards that there is something on that paper that makes me believe that there was something wrong with the load of with the cargo of the ship that was supposedly attacked by a Scavver as well.
No, it was definitely attacked, that ship. The thing that was fishy about that ship is that the crew all got sick except the captain. The crew all got sick, and they changed the entire crew. And
I'm talking about good thing, you see. And
the ship seemed to be in very poor condition when it got attacked.
Are you telling her all this?
Yeah,
we should.
Yeah, because they've started talking it. Because they've started talking about. But we went to the insurance underwriter, and they don't seem to have over-insured the ship. If they'd have over-insured the ship, it would be an insurance job. It certainly looks a bit suspicious. I don't see why you would change the crew on your ship and then send it out and it gets attacked straight away.
Yeah, and the way the paper looks like there seemed to be a different cargo declared for the ship on the paper.
Really?
Then he told us that he had actually loaded on the ship.
So you're now telling them about what you discovered on the second sheet?
No.
Just on the first sheet.
But I already saw something wrong on the first sheet.
Yeah, but it wasn't enough for you to come to those conclusions. You needed that second sheet for that.
Oh, okay. In that case, I didn't tell him anything.
Okay.
Well, look, Deroth was kind enough to put us in touch with the Royal Navy. We got some information from the Royal Navy. We're going to go out and look for the Scavver. Let's see if we turn anything up.
Ockar's fuming, and Yeldin
And
is working out the right to think that paladins give when they aren't allowed to investigate evil. I think
Well-
Geralt's probably dealt with a lot of paladins that get pissed off about this thing.
Keep in mind that just because he has evil intent doesn't necessarily mean that he's actually evil. He could be transitioning to evil. You know, he could just have an evil plan. I'm just
True,
saying,
but-
because evil intent is
True,
just
but
evil intent.
Ockar is very annoyed and angry and is just working out the frustration at the moment.
Yeah, that's fair. I'm just letting you know that just because something has evil intent doesn't necessarily mean that it is right now at this very
I
instant
understand
evil.
as a player. I'm just
Okay.
going with Ockar as a character.
That's fair. That's fair.
so, Deroth, if you say you're happy to drop this, then I think we should drop this. And thank you very much. And where's the man who stabbed the creature?
Oh, I think the boys are buying him a round of drinks.
Yeah. Oh well. That's a heck of a fight you've got there. Very good man.
I'm intentionally making sure that he's not there so you can't get his name, so I don't have to create a name for him.
No, but his commanding officer would know his name.
Yeah, but he doesn't give it to you. Duroth,
Hey, do your best not to make any more NPCs. Gotcha.
Duroth says, yes, I think dropping it would be best. Now, certainly, if you come up with some actual proof, then we could revisit it.
What happened to the orc, by the way?
The half orc, he was,
Yeah.
he kind of like hung to the side. He's still back at that warehouse, as far as you know. He didn't leave.
He's probably getting an earful from his boss.
It's quite possible.
Probably fixing the door.
I need a drink.
Him to whether we could have a copy of the piece of paper I gave him. Whether it's possible to give us a copy of that, because
I thought he gave it back to you.
Might give
Well,
us
don't Tolan object.
more information.
Yeah, I thought the guard gave it back to you because he couldn't figure out anything about it. So you would have given it to Lafdul with the other piece to get shoved into the thing.
Oh,
Yeah,
Wait,
you have.
Folded it for the department. that
Oh,
can
that's
deal
right.
with
Yeah, he did take it. He did take it.
He wouldn't give it to us, though.
Yeah. So no, right now you have half, and he has half. But
we
bringing it
for
up
copy.
again, he says,
It would help
yeah.
it would help us to eliminate him as a suspect if it turns out not to be involved.
I actually should have
And
returned
if
this to
you're
him.
gonna do it, then you might as well pass the paper over to me again, because then
We'll return it to him for you.
Yeah,
I promise. And we'll use it as a
He
peace
isn't going to
offering.
believe that.
Duroth, his hands are kind of tied. He can't do anything, but he does think that you're on to something, that there's definitely something screwy going on there. But he's also at a point where he needs to play it very careful about what he can and can't do.
Can you at least let us take a look at the thing so the rest of us know what's on it?
Yeah, he says he pulls it out and says, yeah, you can copy it right now, but I'm gonna have to return this to them.
That's fine. We just want to be able to copy it so that we have a note of it for our own investigation. Thank you, sir. I'm sorry for getting so angry.
could I copy it right there? So should I just sit down and do a copy?
Yeah.
Then I'll do
Yeah.
it now. Okay.
You're the only one that can, I think. Who else can read and write in common?
I can.
Alright, I'm the paladin.
So I'll either Ockar or the wizard can.
Yeah, you can make a copy. I mean, it's not going to be a perfect copy, but it's going to have the information on it.
That's the main thing.
Okay. So are you guys going to head back to the inn, essentially?
Yeah.
For his rest.
Probably.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, you make it back to the inn. At this point, it is kind of late afternoon. So you can discuss what you want to do either tonight or the next day. But I think that this is going to be a good point to take a short break.
Yeah, before the break, Ockar is just going to order something to drink just to wash down his annoyance.
That's fine.
Ale. Lots of it.
Anyone else want to do something before we?
Lafdul's gonna find a moment to replace his gems in his scabbard when people are not around and get out that sheet of paper.
Okay, you can give it back to Leva.
Yeah, so she can make a full copy of it.
Yeah, that, and Levo is going to talk to Braxon to see whether he knows what the paper actually means. I have suspicions, but I don't actually know.
Okay. We will pick that up when we come back from the break in about 10 minutes, so about 5 past, give or take.
I don't think I've ever really gotten that involved with.
Oh, that's
Role-playing.
good.
Yeah,
It's
no, it was
role-playing.
great.
It was great.
All right, we'll be back shortly.
Uh-huh.